Hey, once again, this is LD, and thank you for watching this channel. I invite you, as always, please like, subscribe, and if you need to hit the notification bell or whatnot, please do that. This is part 2 of my State of the Collection of 2025, and if hopefully you've seen the other video or videos, and one of the things that I did was I kind of separated it. I took my evergreen or my stuff that will always be in my collection. I made that its own video so that moving forward on my journey, don't have to go back to that. I can only go by what I did in that year. And if I was to go back to the watches in 2025, I probably got, I'm looking at my collection right here. I probably got somewhere in the neighborhood of about 20 watches altogether, of watches that I have got from my own collection, or watches that I bought for somebody else as a gift, or watches that I have sitting around here somewhere. I'm trying to see if I had it sitting right here. As far as they're still pre-collection for the gifts. So with that, I wanted to go over on this year's watch collection, 2025. And I just want to point out something real quick. You will see some of these on two different pillows. And the reason why is the ones that are in red pillows are ones that I am currently actively wearing. They are in the collection. They are actually in the rotation. The ones that are on the cream pillows are the ones that they may get somewhere, but they come out on occasion. They're not in the regular rotation. It doesn't mean they don't get worn. It just means that they're not in the regular rotation. So that's why the two different kind of pillows. So, and as always, I'm not going to get too much into stats. I really want to talk about why I got these watches and what these watches mean to me. And if you watched part 1, you would have seen that my mechanical watch journey really started with the Tsuki Yomi. That's what really started it all. Tsuki Yomi AT from Citizen. And this watch right here really started it all. After this watch, some of you guys may be familiar with a channel called Wrist Unwound. I think that, yes, right? From Tyree, and big Timex guy. And I want to say, hopefully I give him credit for this. He was talking about the Timex MK1 watch when it came out, the MacGyver watch. And that's this watch right here. I bought this. Timex came out with this watch. It was a 40 millimeter automatic with a Miyota movement. And it had 50 meters of water resistance. It was a field watch, had big numbers for legibility. Let me see if that goes. It had big numbers for legibility, and that was important for me. I like big numbers. As I get older, I realize that I like bigger numbers than others. And so this watch was about $250, I think, when I got it at the time. I got it now on a alligator leather strap. I wear it as a dressier watch. So when I'm wearing my leathers and when I'm wearing my Chelseas, this is a watch that I will wear. It stays in the rotation, and that's the reason why. It is in the burgundy. It stays in the rotation. Next year, we'll talk about watches that have left the rotation and watches that have entered into rotation. The next watch is an empty gap in my collection, and that is the Jack Mason Hydrotimer. I call it the Oreo doll. It has the black bezel and it has the kind of metallic white interior. It's not currently in the box right now because I actually loaned it out to my homeboy Gino, so that he's starting to get into the watch game, and so that he can get a feel for what he likes and see if a dive watch is for him or go elsewhere. That watch was important for me because that was my first watch for a micro brand, as well as that was it has like a 90-39 movement. It was kind of like that first luxury watch for me. That was that first watch over $500. It was well, even though the Tsukiyomi, I take that back. The Tsukiyomi, I think, was like $600 or $700 when I got it. So, but that is a different watch. I can't put those even in the same. So for me, that was a big deal. That was a big deal. The next watch, love this watch. This is an Expedition, Timex Expedition. And I got this off of Facebook Marketplace for $5. And so when I got it for $5, normally I bought another Expedition with the Indiglo on it or whatnot, cleaned it up, changed out the strap, gave it to my oldest son. He loves it. He still wears it now. And when I got this, I got that one for $5 too. Changed out the battery, into this. It's been working fine, perfectly, not a problem. So that's the Timex, and for $5, can't beat that. Enjoyability, 100%. Next watch. Ooh, this is the Bulova Marine Star. It's for the precisionist movement, the high accuracy quartz movement. And I got this. Now, Tyree had asked a question about what's probably one of the watch mistakes that you've made or whatnot. And I talk about buying a watch on sale. The only reason why I bought this watch is because of price. Everything else, the stats, everything else, I love about it. The problem was I didn't get a chance to really wear it because it is very much similar in look and function and aesthetic, with the exception of the date, to my Hydrotimer, which I wear more. It has a more comfortable bracelet, and I wear that more. The other side of this is I did not realize this. It looks very much like a Tag Aqua Racer, and which now makes me not unable to buy a Tag Aqua Racer because I have a Bulova for 10% of the cost of the Aqua Racer. So I love this watch, but it doesn't get worn. That's the reason why it's on the cream. Next watch was a watch I didn't know. I bought it just on looks to see how it is. It was a low risk, what I thought was a low risk. It was on sale for $100 on Facebook Marketplace. They dropped it to 75. I made an offer for 50, and he sold it to me. So I went out, picked it up. This is a Stuhrling, I think they call it a New Yorker or whatever, or a Symphony. I think it's Stuhrling Symphony. And it has the retrograde date, which is cool. Kind of gives you that kind of Patek vibes, that Patek or Breguet type vibes. That being said, it's cool. It's just too big. The watch, especially for a dress watch, the big reason why I don't wear it because that complication has a huge mid case, and that size of mid case has made me. It has turned me off from brands like La Chute and a lot of the German brands because they have a very thick mid case. Even some Tudors because of that thick mid case. So that is one of the watches that I. It doesn't stay in a rotation. I wear it every once in a while. It will probably, that and the Bulova might be the two that may end up getting sold in 2026. I do not know yet. We'll know a year from now. After that, dress watch time. A 2 o'clock in the morning purchase. This is the Noah, the Timex by Noah Moonphase. And this is a great watch. I like this, but my wife wears it more than I do. It has a date on there. It has a Moonphase. I can't see it. That's my only gripe with it, is I can't see it, but it's a very nice watch. I get compliments on it. A Moonphase that I can see, and I have this on leather, once I change the strap out, is the Casio Moonphase. And this one is in the black. I bought my wife one in the gray, and that comes on the mesh bracelet. This was a 1-year anniversary for being in our new house, and I bought this watch for that reason. It is a day date. It has a day of the week. It has the date of the month. I haven't set it in forever, but the time keeps right. And then it has a Moonphase on there. And always remember, Moonphases are great for tracking more than just the moon. Any 28 or 29 day cycles you can track with a Moonphase. Take what information you want with that. Next one now. This is the first watch I've ever stood in line for. First watch I've ever stood in line for. And I stood about 4 hours for this watch. And I'm stand corrected. It's actually in, maybe it's in here. Is it in here? Nope. Because what I was wanting to show you was the Hunter Moon, but I have the, that's the Noah. I thought I had it around here, but I don't. Right? I have both the Hunter Moon and I have the Sturgeon Moon. Sturgeon Moon is still in the box, so technically that is a part of the collection. It is still in the box. It looks just like this right here. I will probably end up getting a Snow Moon sometime this winter because I like that Snow Moon to be able to wear. And I was like, oh, it's around. It's probably tucked away. Now I'm looking for another one, which would normally be in here, but that's probably tucked away too. That's in the collection. Wasn't ready for that one, but yes, the Sturgeon Moon. And because it has Snoopy, it was blue. I got this on, I believe this is another crown and buckle strap. Nope, this is a strap habit, NATO strap. And like I said, this is the Hunter Moon. I do have the Sturgeon Moon, and I have not put that on a watch because when I bought it, I freaked out because all of a sudden it went up to like $3 grand, and I'm like, I'm just gonna put it away. If somebody make me a stupid offer for it, it kind of offsets pretty much almost every watch I bought for the year. I'll do that up to that point. The next watch that is in my collection is not in there right now. It is actually at service because I had a hand misalignment, so I had to send it back to service. And that, other than that, the watch is phenomenal. It is a Jack Mason Pursuit Pilot 10th anniversary, so the PPX, full titanium case and everything, great loom blocks, all that stuff. But the hands were off about 6 minutes, so I just sent that off last week. And hopefully we'll get that back soon. That would normally be, it's an empty block here, but that would normally be on a purple or a wine colored block. Only thing about or a burgundy block, but it is actually about to get rotated out to cream. And I'm going to tell you why. Because there's a watch that I got that is taking up, it just sucks up all the oxygen out of the room for anything that's left over. And it is also a Jack Mason, so we're going to come back to that. Dress watches. I'm starting to get in dress watches. Once again, I put my name on the list. Timex had actually released this with Noah, the Lighthouse. And this is a very classy dress watch. It wears really well. It looks like an ellipse, like a Patek Philippe ellipse. It is absolutely wonderful to wear. I get lots of compliments every time I wear it. Punches, it was $200, and people look at this watch and they think that it is a far more expensive watch, and which goes to prove that you don't need to flex a high horology watch to feel in place at some places. It's about you, it's about your personality. It is about what you convey. People want to talk to you. The watches are interesting, and we talk about the Lighthouse and what it means. But when I tell them it's the Timex by Noah, they're like, "Ooh, I've never seen that one." It is a collector's item, but Timex has 2 new ellipses, Moonphases, this shape, which should start shipping in May. But I believe those are already sold out too. And I'm part of the reason because I do have one of each coming. That being said, we enter into my birthday month, and the Pursuit Pilot, which was ordered in May, came in my birthday month. But before it came, we got the Timex Marine 1, Atelier Marine 1. I have it on a rubber strap right now, but this one did come on a bracelet. I bought this once again. Shout out to Tyree on Wrist Unwound. He was one of the first people I actually saw that had it in hand. And this watch has been great. It's $1,000 Timex, but it is a Swiss version of a Timex. And it is, like I said, this watch, like the things that I have issues with really are 2 places. The movement. I do wish that Timex went with a non-ghost state movement. And I do wish that they had a micro adjustments on the bracelets. And that was really the biggest thing. Outside of that, but when this is on my wrist, I love looking at this watch. I love looking at the skeletonized sides of this watch. Even from this side, the crown guard. I mean, like everything about this watch just looks great when it's on the wrist. And also, I get a lot of compliments for this when I put this on. So there's that. The next spot is this spot right here, which is my Rolex Air King 129 or 126-900. That is my Rolex Air King, which I have on wrist. Took it off the bracelet because I have it on a strap habit, which I like wearing it more on the strap than I do on the bracelet. The bracelet is heavenly comfortable. I mean, Rolex bracelets are amazing, but I like dressing it down to make it look less Rolex-y when it's on the wrist, so that if somebody notices that it's an Air King, they know that it's an Air King. But this was my Grail watch. This the main reason why I got this particular watch, the Air King, is for the black, the green, and the gold colors. Jamaica, we look up with Talawa, ex-Jamaica, land of wood and water, right? So that's the main reason why it is the only Rolex that and the 116-900 are the only Rolexes that have the green, gold, and all that going at the same time. And I love wearing it. I love wearing it. It is a comfortable watch, whether it's on the bracelet or the strap. The way that it sits on the wrist is just absolutely amazing. And on the bracelet, it's very comfortable. But like I said, I love it on the strap, and that's where I've been wearing it mostly, is on the strap. Followed by, I'm flying through this. So I went to Watch Time and Wind Up in New York in October, my first big watch meetup. And Fears and Studio Underdog had a watch, a collaboration watch called the Manhattan, because they're in Manhattan. My youngest son, his favorite color is orange, and I was thinking about getting him that because they had a very nice orange. When I got there, and I say getting it for him, it's really for me. But it's like, I want to be able to wear it, and then when it's time for me to turn it over to you, I'm just keeping it in custody, and then you can have it. But when I saw in person the Mimosa, I was like, this watch would look amazing. It comes on a gray strap normally, but I've had this watch, and it's a floating sapphire glass disc, fully loomed. I've had this watch on green leather, green crocodile skin leather, green NATO. I've had it on gray. It comes on gray leather, thick. This wears with so much, and I haven't even put on the red yet, but it wears well with so many things. Manual wind, that's the thing. It's a manual wind. It says it gets about 40 hours of power reserve. I've been getting about 36, 38, but we're good. Enjoy wearing it, and it's very subtly noticeable. Watch people notice it, but other people be like, ooh, that's a nice, simple watch. And putting on the NATO strap, it kind of calms it down. As we continue, I have a Timex, the NASA, the Armetis collection. I got my youngest son, an orange one because they had it in orange, and then I got the one white. And so for his birthday, we ended up taking his first wrist shot together. So that's the main reason why. Like I said, I like Timex, and I wanted something that I could wear with him and mix it up. The Alienized G-Shock. I don't know why I got this. It's ugly. Don't call the baby ugly. I just loved it. I just loved looking at it. And when I went to my Rolex AD, one of the guys, one of the sales associates over there, dude stopped me in the tracks. He was like, dude, I got that same watch, because I had it on my wrist. I got the same watch. Got so many compliments for this watch. Proving once again, buy what you can afford, buy what you like, buy what is for you. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. They can buy their own watches. Buy what watch you want. Now, another watch that's not shown here, I think it's called, I think it's an SKX047 or something like that. The Seiko Pepsi GMT, Seiko 5 Pepsi GMT in the can. I thought I had it in here. It probably is in the safe somewhere. I thought I had it in here, but I guess I don't. That Seiko 5 GMT, haven't got a chance to wear it yet. It's still in the can. I don't know when I am going to wear it, but when I did my unboxing video, you saw it actually was pretty good on the wrist. I actually really did like it. And last but not least, the last watch of 2025. I'm glad I got through this so fast. The last watch of 2025, the Jack Mason Pursuit Pro. And the Jack Mason Pursuit Pro, if you guys have saw my other video regarding my most worn watch of 2025, you saw that the Jack Mason Pursuit Pro, even though it's only been in the collection for just about a month, it is my second most worn watch. Well, technically it's my third, right? The Jack Mason Hydrotimer is my #1 most worn watch, followed by the Rolex, and this is #3, followed by the Timex Marine Atelier. This watch, this is the first watch I would tell you that it besides a Rolex, okay, a Rolex could be, yes, it's a beater grill. If you get an Explorer 2, you can beat it up and you can wear that anywhere. That's a beater grill, but you're talking about a $10,000 watch. If you get this, and I call it a beater grill for right now, the movement has to still be proven. This watch right here is a $1,000 watch, but man, you can beat it up. It looks nice. It looks great. But this is like Pelagos level. And I think on a Pelagos level, to me, little details, there we go. Little details, fully loomed. Even the crown lines up right. It's a nice mid case, good shape. It comes on a Velcro strap, a nylon Velcro strap, which is actually pretty nice. But I used to kick my butt every time trying to put it on and take it off. So I got me the strap habit, rubberized canvas strap, so that way it can get wet, it can do whatever it needs. Has a countdown bezel, 200 meters of water resistance. The definition of a near Gata. I mean, it is a Gata. I could put it on leather. I think it still looks great. It doesn't go as flat as the Rolex, but this is a nice watch to have and to wear. And with that, that is my 2025 part 2. That is my 2025 collection. Woo! What do I see in the future? Now, I do have 2 more watches right now pre-ordered for 2026, and that is the Timex Noah and Moonphase in the ellipse style. I got the gold one and I got the silver one coming. They're supposed to be coming in May. I am sitting on the fence about getting a Hermes. I got a guy down here that has an Hermes H08, which I actually like in the orange graphene. And I'm sitting on the fence about getting that next year. Outside of that, I am on the list currently for a no date sub with one of the 80s, not the one that actually sold me my original Air King. And so I have, I think, a Tiffany OP31 on interest. And I'm actually waiting to see what Watches of Wonder comes up with, because I personally believe that they're going to come out with a Milgauss next year for the 70th anniversary of the Milgauss plus the 100th anniversary of the OP. I think that is something that Rolex would do. That is my prediction for next year, and I would like to get that on that list and get one of those. I would love to get a set for my wife and I. And so there's that, and definitely at retail. I ain't got great market money. That being said, on the list of watches that I have on the list that I'm interested in, I have the Tudor Pelagos Ultra, which has now got backburnered because of the Jack Mason. So that tells you how great the Jack Mason is. It's still not a Pelagos Ultra, which is still not a titanium Yachtmaster, but if I'm going from 1,500 to 6,000 to 14,000, and 1,500 is in the conversation, that is worth it. I'm still looking for a couple dress watches, like a Cartier Drive, which I may end up getting sometime during next year. But I'm also looking at a Bulgari Octo Finissimo and a Vacheron Overseas. Don't know if it's going to be next year or the year after, but I think within the next 3 years, those are on the list. So we're trying to focus on those. As always, you don't know what you buy until you buy it. You don't know what you get until you get it. And you don't know what you sell until you sell it. But right now, I feel that with the exception of my dress watches, I would like to get my dress watches up a little bit more. Between the Jack Mason, the Air King, the Mimosa, the Lighthouse, the Timex, between those, like right now, I'm very, very, very comfortable with my collection. This allows me to go have more fun. This allows me to go out and learn more about new watches. I got a chance to go see Hublot. I got a chance to go see Panerai. Very interested in all those. I know a Panerai is in my future at this point in time. I just don't know when, but I know a Panerai is in my future. I don't know about a Hublot yet, but I know a Panerai is in my future. Got to see Chopard. I got to see Chopard. There's so many different watches that you're like, oh, not that I want it, but I like it. I like how it feels. I like how I feel when I look at it. And, as far as Rolex goes, the watches that I like Explorer 2. I like a titanium Yachtmaster. I like something that's more industrialized that can be dressed up. Or Day Platinum with the matte black bezel and the smooth bezel. Matte black dial and smooth bezel. But for right now, I think you can hold me accountable for this, but I think for 2026, I don't see me introducing more than 5 watches next year. But it'll probably be just the 3, the 2 that I've already ordered this year, and maybe 1 unless Rolex drops a Milgauss or OP. So that is the collection. 2025, that is the collection. Thank you for watching. I know that was a long time. If you have any comments, questions, or whatever, leave them down below. As always, like a fat kid in dodgeball, I'm out. And please, tell a friend, cuss me out in the comments. I don't care. Just as long as we engage and we have the conversation. Have a good one.